Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show. Joining me
Howdy.
is my ever faithful, the old guy too, also known as Todd, the silver hair stacker.
Yep. You're old guy one and I'm old guy two.
We'll have to get us some matching shirts, or we'll have to get you a hand puppet shirt for your hand. Says thing two or old guy two. Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. Good morning, Lag. That's it for right now. uh, Oh, there's the Texas Bandit. He's three. He's the old guy three. Hang on a minute. There it goes.
All right.
I was trying to get back over to my other um
This is old
to
guy
the
six
YouTube show. I mean screen. Good morning, Anessa.
representing the girls. All right.
Lag wants to know how's the COVID kid this morning.
Oh, seems like every day is 5% better, so it's like it's taking forever, but getting there. Still coughing, man. Nose still stops up.
Well, that'll probably hang with you for a while. And just the seasonal changes makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you just that normal seasonal change is going to have some influence.
Really, I've always thought that was kind of a bunch of hoo ha.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather turned cold, so I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
No, if you get sick, you got sick. It's not because the weather changed.
Dang, it's supposed to be 59 tomorrow.
Now, I could see if you get sick because of allergies, because a certain tree is blooming or
Right.
whatever, but just just to get sick.
Good morning, Jim and Tara. It's going to be, well, that was the low,
Hey
not the
guys.
high.
Hey,
Good morning,
Tara.
Tara.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, how's it going? I thought I'd come harass y'all.
All right.
That's good. The more harassing it makes the show go
I like
faster and
those cold
easier.
nights we're getting, but it's so
At night, but in the morning, oh man, is it wet
it's wet.
outside? Yeah.
Yeah, Jim, I know you like those cold nights. You get to
Of course, I guess
snuggle
the
up
dark.
those nights.
Shit. Yeah, we got 3 dogs like in
Yeah,
between us.
snuck to a German Shepherd and some kind of unknown black dog and a pug.
Yeah. The pug is always in between us, right in between us by our pillows.
News is the black dog doesn't smell like recycling anymore, though.
I
I lag.
We finally got the
around our
stink off her.
around our house it's the cats, but also if it's I'll say it's cold. I'm cold. Let me snuggle up to you. She's like, go get a blanket. Because Roberta is hot natured. I mean, even one of the cats can just
I'll
lay
say
on her.
like
She is
yes, because
burning
Jim will
up.
be breathing. Yeah, I don't want him all wrapped around me because he breathes this hot air on me and he's hot and then I get too hot. I move around when I sleep, so I'll kick the blankets off. I put the blankets back off. I put them on all night long.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. But she does. She says, go get a blanket. Another blanket.
Oh, Lag will snuggle you. Will snuggle with you.
Oh no, that's okay.
Well, we don't know Lag isn't a.
Yeah, we don't know whether lag is a a guy or
I
a girl.
mean, it is kind of a. It's not a descriptive name. It could be a woman too.
Hey, you guys ever hear of Ram Ranch?
Eyes bugged out because of goldenrod allergy.
Now, how far is he away from you, Todd?
Uh, it's about a
Well, Texas is a big
3 hour drive.
state. I don't know
Okay.
where he.
Is he by Waco? Who? Or
Oh
Todd? Or
no, this Texas Bandit. He might
oh,
be down by. Is he by Austin, Todd?
well, there's a
Uh,
lot of bandits down by.
no, he's pretty close to Houston.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, you can drive across South Carolina in 3
Houston.
hours. Oh Lord, the Texas
Okay, I got
Bandit. He sounds like
there's
he's probably in the Senate's what he is, the U.S. Senate with a name like that. I just
She always sticks her snore nose right up against my ear.
well, one of our cats sleeps between me and Roberta unless she decides that she wants to cuddle with with Roberta, and then she's got to lay there right there in her face. And we have another one that he sleeps at Roberta's feet. The other one, the oldest of our, well, he and Roxy are the same age. They're litter mates. He has a box on the foot of Sergei's bed, and that's where he goes to sleep, so he's not disturbed.
Yeah, glaucom a little better.
You still feel like crap?
Yeah, I mean, I look out at my
Not real
grass that's
peppy?
about 4 feet tall. Yeah, somebody needs to mow that.
Uh-oh.
I'm not ready to mow.
Oh. Get a riding mower.
Yeah,
Get a
Are you still
teenager.
pushing the push mower?
yeah, I got a self-propelled push mower. It's about all I need.
Get on the self-propelled riding lawnmower. Then you can ride around, drink beer, and mow grass.
Or
Yeah.
get you one of those robotic lawnmowers. You know, the ones that like the vacuums for the house. Get you one of those, then you don't even have to worry about it. And it even tells when the grass is wet, so you don't have to worry about
Go
that.
outside.
Yeah.
I don't think those things work that good. We bought on clearance last year. We bought one of those. It was at Walmart and it was cheap. It was one of those battery powered push lawnmowers,
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna sell it. It works for shit.
Well, you have to get one of the good ones. I mean, ones with the high powered
All
engines on
right.
them.
Well, this one, I mean, I guess it's okay. It got like a little. It just didn't work that great. Nobody uses it for sale.
Well, when you got a 3 acre yard, you need something with a little bit more probably power to it.
Well, I don't push. I don't push the crick where it drops off.
Oh, you don't?
We use riding mowers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Come on, Todd. I mean Tom. I'm gonna walk around with push mower and stuff. I don't live in the suburbs.
You got a zero turn, or you got a 1978 Sears
No, I
Loaner.
just have regular. No, I mean we got like a early 2000s. Like, no, I don't have. Well, I don't have a zero turn. I don't know
Should
if
be
I'd
riding
like it.
around like
I like driving with a steering wheel.
should be riding around like Forrest Gump doing the football field.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how I like to do it. I come up with all my best ideas. Like, something that I want to think about something. I go get on the lawnmower. Nobody can talk to me. I like it. It's my it's like my own personal time where I get away. I go out and mow the grass.
I thought maybe held hand to the Gen A.
No, I like to go on the mower.
Oh, okay.
And did your husband have a zero turn?
Sometimes I would push mow our front lawn, but I haven't really done it much this year. Just because I liked the way it looked, I thought I like to put lines in it, shit better. But I haven't really even done it this year. I've been so busy doing other
Well,
stuff.
unless if your lawn isn't too huge, it is good to push mow it once in a while because you'll find like fungus spots. You'll find trouble areas in the miss, but if you push mow, you'll find if you got trouble in your grass that you'll see better on foot.
I've never seen you attend to fungus on the grass.
That was with the old house and the one on Spruce.
Oh,
Crap about my lawn.
okay.
I don't have nothing to do with grass anymore though.
Okay.
So, young man.
All right.
Oh, I got something sales real.
Oh no.
Oh. Hey, I bought these color printers. Okay.
Uh-huh.
2 of them don't have drums. It's $50 a drum. I'm not gonna fool around with them. They're too heavy to ship. I'm not gonna ship my part out. But these other 2 out of the box, the one had real washed out printing. So I figured, well, it's a toner. So I threw a fresh toner in one of them because they came with some toner, and it didn't seem to affect it. But it didn't get any worse or didn't get any better. So I run through a test page. I go on one of these sites, tests come out brilliant, but they're just not lined up right. It's more blurry toner. One, they're both brother printers. I go to their site, there's a bunch of convoluted solutions. Nothing really works that I'm looking at. It's toner. I go on YouTube then, and there's this guy, Spanish accent. I was so probably Mexico. Well, you don't see him because they can't figure out why they're printing these washed out images, the visual. He says to calibrate printer. I do the calibration. The first print out of the machine, laser sharp, perfect. I mean, this prints.
Jim, we're getting about every other word.
That's black. That's all it was.
Yeah,
and he said that lots of people discard these printers. So if you find a toner printer printing washed out, do that calibration and see if that's not why what the problem is. And so we got 2 nice color printers out of that. Plus, I'll get probably $5 a piece out of parts on the other 2.
Right.
So
we're getting every other word.
That's
Jim.
how it's done.
Yeah, we're getting every other words, but piecing together the words that we get.
Oh,
I'm
having with my audio today.
Oh, I'll do a video on them.
Yeah, do a video.
No, I can't repeat the whole thing. It's like the Magna Carta.
He's
had this thing show up on this thing. It said, "Oh, your bandwidth might be slow or something."
Yeah.
Well, thanks for telling me, Todd. Before I did my whole life story.
I tried. You just kept talking.
Yeah.
Jim gets on a roll,
Bumcrack says, I heard Jim say he calibrated a Mexican girl or something.
Oh.
Well, there you go. So you learned something on the show this morning. If you got If it's you got a laser printer and it's not working correctly, calibrate it before you start spending a bunch of money.
Send it to a guy in Mexico to calibrate it or something.
Yeah, that's right. Uh,
Really creepy.
um, and Craig, it's a land shark picker.
We got a bunch of.
He's got a good
No,
video
I mean, I just
on.
my usual amount.
He's got a good video on if you've got a, an inkjet and the what's it called, Jim? Not the toner cartridges. The toner cartridges go inside of it. Is it a head?
In an inkjet.
They're ink cartridges.
No, but it goes inside of something else that's what wears out. Is it a head? Anyway,
Oh, in an inkjet?
yeah, and then you have to replace
Oh,
them
yeah, because I
every.
mean, a toner one would have a drum, but I don't think inkjet would have other than it's a carriage that goes back and forth.
Well, there's the new HPs have this
Well, I
thing.
can tell you one thing that wears out on those inkjets. On the thing that positions, there's usually it looks like a piece of tape, but it's like gray.
Yeah,
It's got a bunch of different dots in it, and that's the locator of that cartridge, and that can mess up, and that'll really screw your printer up. If you get ink on it, the alcohol in the ink will dissolve the printing on that tape, and then the printer and let you got paper the printer shot. I don't know how much of that you heard.
yeah, I heard it. But he takes this head apart and cleans the contacts on it, puts it back together, and I've heard of other.
Oh, so he's got a permanent. He's got one of those things you refill the tank
Yeah, no, it's I don't know what it's
because
called. Where the
the
hell is he got it
disposable
for?
cartridge, and then you have the ones where you refill the tank. Those have it has a permanent print head, but yeah, that is a maintenance issue on those.
Yeah. So
I mean, they can plug. I love toner. If you can find a good used toner, grab it. I mean, you'll not have to worry about getting rained on or what.
right.
Printed piece of paper in a tray of water.
Yeah.
Pull it out, let it dry out, and it's perfect.
We do that with our packages after,
When you
and
take
I'll
it
sell you
to the
those
post office.
labels. You can tell the address and the tracking number on them.
Like you're such a gay. Um, so you got a lot of going. Well, you got a lot going
I
out
have his
today.
eBay open.
You got a lot going open.
What'd you say?
You got a lot going out today. Your usual 100.
No. No, I don't think so.
Y'all are hard to understand with your glitch.
I got double.
Oh my gosh.
Can you log off and restart it?
Sometimes it just shakes up.
It's Are you streaming through your cell phone? And the clouds are messing between you and the. Oh Lord!
No, this is my regular internet. Yeah, maybe I'll try restarting me.
Okay. So, are you going to try to go to the to see your girlfriends this week, Todd?
Probably. They got to be missing me.
Yeah, but make sure you're feeling good.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want them old ladies. we don't want you to go into one of your zone outs and them ladies take advantage of you up there.
Yeah, that would be bad.
There's the link if anybody else wants to join us.
Wake up from passing out duct tape to a chair.
Yeah, with red lipstick all over you because they've all
Hmm.
taken turns with you. Oh, wow. So, anything exciting going on today except trying to figure out, trying to rest? And you doing any listing, or you just kind of resting after you get off the shows and you're shipping?
Yeah, I got a ton of stuff I got to get listed.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Texas. Good morning, Chicken Toad. Yeah, I believe he's going to have one of those. Now he'll once he gets over this.
Yeah, but if I'm passed out, I can't push the button, right?
Yeah,
Hey, Joanna.
once you get over this thing, you'll be back right as rain. You just pushed it too early last time. I just couldn't believe that. But you'll be better. Anybody got anything exciting going on? Dang, they're on you today, Todd.
That's all right. I deserve it.
He doesn't. He's he's got one. She's called Gwen,
Yeah, she nurses me day and night. Yes.
and she probably lets you know what she thinks. Her bedside manner is probably not like a nurse's. Even though my niece that is a nurse, she said sometimes you have to kind of use a firm tone with people.
Yeah, those paramedic ladies, they were pretty definite. I said, you need to get in this ambulance and go with us. Nah. All right, but if we have to come back again, then you don't have a choice. We're taking you, period.
Well, you went home right after that, didn't you? Soon.
Yeah, I drove all 5 blocks.
Did you say you drove? Oh, that's right. It was like 5 blocks away. John says the Lutherans might make house calls for you. Like he has assisted living. He's with his wife and mother-in-law. He just overdid it. That's all it is.
Yeah, that. I don't know I got to get my blood pressure medicine checked. I think it's dropping me too low.
What was it? What was your blood pressure when they checked it? When you blacked out?
I was like 50 over zero.
I don't think it was that low. It was like 60 something over 35 or something like that, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think they said the bottom number was in the 30s, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. Here, let me check it right now.
Well, if he was walking Texas, he could have just passed out on the side of the road. But since he was driving, he could have drove that car through the somebody's driveway fence into their house. We'd have seen him on the news. Everybody would know what the silver hair stacker looked like. Yeah, vintage. That does sound like that would they would at 50 over 0. I'm sure they would not have given him the option to ride to the hospital. They would have probably stuck him in there because he wouldn't have been able to fight them off. Like which grandpa? I haven't taken mine yet. I'll take them when we get finished. I tell you what, yeah.
Yep.
So what's silver and gold doing this morning?
Uh, they're up a little bit. Not much. Let's check it. Do, do, do.
Go ahead and do your. If you were checking your blood pressure, go ahead and do that first.
I did.
Okay. Is everything okay?
It's like a little low.
How little is low?
It's like 120 over 60. What's it supposed to be? 120 over 80?
120 over 60. Is that good or bad, honey? Huh? Roberta says that's good.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Before I took my pills, it was like 125 over 85. So it sure brings it down.
I'm gonna tell you what, John. Ever since I had it, nothing tastes right.
Yeah,
To me, it has a metallic taste to it.
I've lost like 5 pounds just because food doesn't taste good. And when I do eat, I get full faster. So I don't eat. I'm not eating as much on COVID as I did. No, not diabetic.
Go ahead.
Here, I sound better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I restarted my computer. Maybe my computer. No, it's still got that low bandwidth thing it's showing me.
Well, get Jim to shut down all those porn sites he's got up.
Yeah,
He-Man sites.
it must be. Maybe the Kentucky internet's not real good today. Or something. I will say because I got like an eBay page open and it's like loading my eBay page like glacier slow.
The only Mexican.
They're in Mexico.
Dirty ashtray. Yeah, things don't smell bad with COVID for me. They just don't smell much at all.
It's been new in the box 1983.
Mm.
Which, if you're going to the bathroom, if you can't smell it very good, that's a good thing.
Brandon's sick again. I brought home this cold. He had it. Now he's had like a relapse. Honestly, he stayed home from school today.
Huh. Poor little feller.
Yeah. He isn't so
Poor little
little.
parents.
Yeah, poor parents. It's probably true, James. They probably do run the internet off of mule power.
I wasn't talking to y'all. I was talking to Robert, to my pharmacist across the desk from me to find out what quercetin, however you pronounce that, what that was.
Oh boy.
Sounds sort of like a voodoo. Something that sounds like they brew up in the backyard up in Illinois.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many suggestions I've had for COVID since I got it.
Mhm.
People come out of the woodwork to tell you how to fix yourself.
Well, once you got it, you're kind of screwed, I think.
You just
You
have to
just
sit
gotta
there.
let it run its course, you know. It's like a cold or the flu. It's once you got it, it's gonna run its course.
Like herpes.
Well, that course don't end though. You have it for the rest of your life.
Oh no, I heard they got a vaccine for it. They'll fix it.
You keep getting boosters.
It's on
for
the
it.
shelf right next to the COVID vaccine.
Okay, did you say Brandon's sick at home again?
This is the first time he stayed home this year from school. Yes, he's had a cold, but
Right.
he like talked me into letting him stay home today. He is really stuffed up. I mean, he is really
He's
stuffed
barking
up.
like a seal. We're
Yeah.
gonna get sick, I'm sure.
No, I already had it. I can't recatch
No,
it.
he recaught it. Of
Well,
course you can
maybe there's
recatch
something
it.
wrong with him. I don't want to recatch it.
You can get it.
I
off
don't
the
want to
toilet
be
seat.
that. I don't want to be that stuffed up as he is right now.
You need to get the cabin in the backyard fixed up so you can move them out there when they're sick.
Yeah, I'll just live somewhere else for a while.
Yeah, let them go out there.
He's like Joe Biden too. He comes up and he like puts his chin on your shoulder and leans around your head and talks real close. Yeah.
He just needs some comfort, Jim.
No, he does this on purpose. He thinks it's funny. He comes up and sniffs your hair like he puts his hands on your shoulders and he sniffs your hair like Joe Biden. That's weird. Anyway,
He's like a cat.
he's doing it to be funny. Anyway.
Joanna, what's Z stack? Is that like just a combination script? I mean, vitamin. Yeah, sinus infections are fun. I get those, James. It put me in the hospital when I was a kid. Well, I wasn't a kid. I was 18. I had a major sinus infection and Rocky Mountain spotted fever at the
Oh,
same
wow.
time.
You went ahead, is that from you get that from a tick?
I think so.
Yeah,
No way.
tick fever is what
I
they
hate
often
ticks.
call it.
I forgot what you call it. I got some kind of tick-borne illness.
Up north, it's called Ehrlichium.
Ehrlichium. Yeah, and I got my eyes are real sensitive to light, and
Right.
it was bad. Terrible headache.
Dr. Mr. Sadie says, drink 12 Mick Ultras and call me in the morning. If I
Yeah,
drank,
because they got that narrow can, you can double fist them easy.
if I drank 12 of anything that had alcohol in it,
Michelob, you could drink 20 of those and wouldn't get drunk. They're half water.
Yeah, do a 50s.
I don't even drink anymore, and I could drink 12 Michelob Ultras.
Yeah, about 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and some cocaine, and you'll be fine.
thank you, Joanna. They had me at one point, this would have been 1976. So I had 104 temperature, and they had me on a thermal bed. Hell, they don't even get concerned unless it hits like 105, 106 now.
Oh no, they weren't putting you in the bathtub of ice water.
No, I was on a thermal pad.
Mm.
They didn't know what was wrong, so I was taking a
They didn't
hand.
put you in a straitjacket and dunk you in a tank of water, did they?
No, they just had me on the thermal bed.
Okay.
Thermal
All
bed.
right. 'Cause I heard they do that where
Yeah.
they put you in a straitjacket and dunk you in ice water.
Well, yeah, don't they have like those little rods with the wet sponges at the end?
Yeah.
They massage your temples with them. Dr. Watts.
Harlan, you're not old like the rest of us are.
Yeah, you know you're getting old when you talk about all your illnesses.
So, did you buy any good stuff over the weekend? Or you at the horse
Well,
show all weekend? Or that horse thing, weren't you?
No, we bought that.
I went to a horse
auction I
show
did
on
over the weekend.
Sunday, just a regular little
Printers.
goofy show. Yeah, we bought.
Oh, and you got all those good lights off that auction.
Yeah, I
we got the
bought.
printers from.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of office stuff that had all these printers. I bought a bunch of Malibu lights. I got some Christmas decorations. We didn't get very much, but I mean, what we got was all right.
Good
And
morning,
it was an
Craig.
Ace Hardware, so I figured, and they went out of business in like 22, so I figured they'd have some nice computers because there was a couple PC towers in the pile. That's really what I wanted. I didn't really want the printers. Get these PC towers. Yeah, it's Windows XP. I'm like, okay, I ain't going nowhere with this.
Craig, put that link to your video about fixing the inkjet printers in the chat, please. If you had been here earlier, we would have given you a good plug. Percocet and a martini, Mr. Sadie?
I don't think I ever took a Percocet.
I
What
would
is
be.
Percocet for?
I don't
No,
know.
seriously, I don't know. Is it for your mood?
But if you do mushrooms and NyQuil, what? He's in the other room. We can't hear.
Live by example. Live by example.
There's definitely gonna be cops involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should not take NyQuil with other stuff.
I was trying to figure out why I was getting all these pings.
Everybody's messaging you?
I don't know who's messaged me. I've got so many windows open.
It's eBay sending you their NDA.
Oh no, Tom's got too many windows open. He's he's sucking all the life out of our internet.
Yeah, he's sucking it all down to the Carolinas.
Oh man,
that don't work that way.
you're killing the Kentucky's internet, Tom.
Who do y'all have your internet with?
I don't know, Windstream? What is it? Xfinity?
I don't know.
Windstream? I don't know.
Yeah, some 50-year-old company.
Ma Bell? I don't know.
The computers at their office still have those big tapes.
You have to go in a glass room in order to go see the computer.
Yeah. Our internet system is not good.
Hey, I can't complain because we were really worried that we were gonna have to get like Usenet or something when we moved here. So, and Brandon's like watching YouTube in the living room, so he has some of our bandwidth.
Well, if you decide.
No, I said that, Mr. Sadie, because you have all these YouTubers right now making shows about these non-disclosure agreements with eBay, because they're talking to eBay about why bitching about their sales being slow. Don't y'all ever watch?
Mace's Technologies is Craig's tech channel.
Oh yeah.
And that video, that link right there is to what? Is to that repair I was talking about. What do you call those things, Craig? I'm having an old man moment this morning. Anyway.
The mimeograph crank handle?
No. Print head.
What is it about a spirit duplicator?
It's called a print head. That's what it's called. Thank you.
There's a crank head when you are crank. What is that? A mimeograph? What's that thing called with those real like chalky on paper? Remember?
Well, there's mimeograph, and then there's spirit duplicator. but don't drink the alcohol out of the spirit duplicator. It's the wrong kind of alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Carlin, I had AOL. We had AOL. And I gamed through AOL. Every once in a while, I'd have to close my game or just minimize my game and do something on AOL to keep from dropping. My friends used to give me hell, but I liked AOL. Y'all can give it hell all you want to. I like the interface in it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we ever had a. I never had AOL.
I like Thom from MySpace. He's my friend.
James
I had a
Dennison.
gateway computer. You know, when it was all with the cow box and
Yeah, I like
everything.
the cow box. I never had nothing
Right.
that fancy though. Mine were Russian clones. All my computers came from Russia.
What
Remember
you
that
do?
when all of a sudden you were buying $2,000 to get a computer? All of a sudden there were these. It was usually run by a person in the city. Anyway, these people would run these computer places, but they were selling these Russian clone computers, and all of a sudden you could buy a really nice computer for like $400.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, they had 120 gigabyte hard drives. They're huge.
On
It got me on the internet. Oh.
I got Roberta a computer one time. I bought her from her, and the video would just drop on it. No matter what I did to it, I couldn't get it to stay active. So I took it back to the place I got it from because it was a custom build. And the guy kept it a week, and then he ended up just building her a new computer, transferring her files to a new hard drive, and said, "Here, it works." I said, and he told me what he did. I said, what was wrong with the other one? And he was from Vietnam, and he said, bad spirit in case. And
That
so
was the guy I got my computer in Florida, the one who was selling the Russian clones. He was Vietnamese too.
We had a computer place in Eagle River that would, like, let's say you had your computer was full of viruses, you'd take it in to go get it like fixed or whatever. Actually would tell people, well, you know, your computer has viruses, so we keep it in a separate room so the other computers can't
Yeah, I
catch
did.
it.
That was my dad had me bring one of our PCs over to these people to this computer place. And when a guy told me that, I said, "Tell you what, I'm gonna go take it back. And we're gonna see what we'll do. We're gonna go a different route with this thing." I just walked place. I told my old man, I'm just gonna go online and figure out how to fix this damn thing because those people over there, I can't be any dumber than those people. I mean, I know he's feeding me a line of crap. I mean, you tell a customer, oh, like viruses, like it's an actual illness that can hop from machine to machine when they're not connected to each other. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
But we were talking. I was talking to my best friend, and he was like, I told him what he said about bad spirit in case, and he said that he had heard that from a place that he got parts from, and which is also owned by an Asian fella. And he said the guy said the same thing too. Sometimes you just strike it off as bad spirit in case and start all over again.
You know what you do to fix that though? You get that gold cat that claw goes up and down, the money cat, and you set the top of the case of the computer.
Oh, that fixes it.
That gets rid of bad spirit.
The happy cats. Okay.
Yeah.
The one with his paw goes up and down, he's solar. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, solar. Yeah, he's got to be solar for.
He's green energy.
Jim said, honey, Jim said we need to get the happy cat and set on our computers so they'd keep the bad spirits away. Place we go get our nails done. I should have said that. Anyway, the place that we go to get our nails done, they have a happy cat setting up on.
Wait a minute, Thom, you're going to get your nails done?
Oh, if they got a happy cat where you're getting your nails done, watch out for nail bed infections.
I get my toes done, Tara.
Don't press that. Don't do the glue on nails because you're going to get an infection.
I'm too fat to be able to cut my own toenails because I can't. If I bend over too long, I start passing out.
That's your wife's job. Didn't you try telling Roberta that?
I think she's right there,
Roberta, Tara said that you should be doing my toes since I can't because I'm old and fat, and save that money. She
When I
said,
have some job that I don't do, and I'll be like, and Jim will be like, well, why do I gotta do it? And I'll be like, well, that's why I got married, was for people to do this kind of stuff.
Last girl I told to do my toes, I got a black eye.
I'm not doing your toenails.
Roberta said,
Oh, she
ooh,
just smashed my
no.
nail.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling.
But I do. That's the reason.
I I had an elderly family member. I'm like, no. He goes, my toenails need to go. I'm like, okay, we're gonna make a doctor's appointment for you for the podiatrist. He's like, no, why don't you just do them? I'm like, no, no, no. You're pre-diabetic. I don't want to have anything happen. It's for safety, you know.
So I go and this bloke does my toes. And honestly, it's worth it. If you've never had a pedicure, guys, you need to give it a try. Don't know where Beard's at today. I think he's boycotting us. We must have pissed him off or something.
Probably getting ready for tomorrow. He's got his tomorrow.
He's what?
He's got his show tomorrow. He's probably
Uh,
getting prepared for it.
He's
yeah,
probably
Oh,
still
Scott,
packing
yeah.
orders. He had like a record weekend of sales.
yeah. He had like $1,000 in sales over the weekend.
No, like $2,700.
Was it?
Yeah, bunch.
It's all those damn cameras he's selling.
He opened up the camera vault.
Yeah. So, are y'all doing anything special to get ready for fourth quarter to use the lingo?
Just
We've been having some big days. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
bigger
just
than.
listing shit, I guess.
I would say it's hit and miss, big days and short days. But I mean, it's we're getting bigger. Our big days are bigger than they have been. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's good. Jim doesn't have to start having his gold jacket dry
I
clean.
don't think you get Jim to go back into real estate.
By
He's kind of done
chance.
with it. I mean, he could do it, but I mean, like when I sold that land in Eagle River, I mean, I can slip him back in real estate mode, but I don't think he really doesn't want to do it anymore.
What's a BMV? I guess it means DMV. Bureau of Motor Vehicles.
All right, James. Yeah, he probably lives in a state where they have the fancy stuff, you know. Was he? He hadn't got out of bed yet. He stays up all night. He's like my oldest son. Stay up all night, sleep all day. But then again, my son works second shift, so it's 11 o'clock at night most times before he gets home. So I'll throw that in there. Yeah.
So with our copies, we got $70 worth of toner too.
Really?
$7.
This is open, so nothing for these is open ones. So I'm gonna keep them because they fit that one. They might fit the other one too. I think they might take the same thing.
You got $7 worth of toner.
No, he's got like
70.
$70 worth of toner.
With
$70.
those two printers, and it don't fit, so we can get rid of it. So it's gonna go. It's sold.
Toner's a good deal.
It's
If
still
you
$6.
yeah, if you can get branded toner, you'll do good
Or is
on
it
it.
brother?
I guess everybody
I think
knows
it's
that.
brother.
Yeah, I think it's brother. When I lived up in Wisconsin, they had a local courthouse that was trying to run their own auctions. I mean, and this stuff would go cheap. And I mean, they would just sell like, 20, 30 toners at a time, sealed in a box. Like, it was branded. HP toner, I think it was. And I did really good on it.
Okay. I want everybody to read what Mr. Stady says.
LOL lag.
And then no, the what I had up on the screen. He says he's
Oh, he can clip
he's
his own toenails, country boy.
no he Mr. Sadie says I can skin a buck and run a trot line and clip my own toenails because I'm a
Well, the
country
beginning
boy.
of that is from a Hank Williams Jr.
Oh,
song.
is it? And then Lag has to
He survived.
reply, I can skin an orange, eat a whole bag of combos. A, mo- a mama's boy can survive.
Uh, good one.
I think he's a
I
comedian. He probably uses our crap in his comedy show somewhere.
know. I think I saw him on the cruise ship up there on stage being a comedian.
Lag is just
He's he's really a cruise ship director.
He's the guy that sings the songs, when you guys are eating.
We went to a comedy show on board that cruise ship, and the cruise director introduced the comedian, and the cruise director was way funnier than the comedian was. It was
Oh yeah.
Those cruise ship comedians, all they ever crack is those Titanic jokes, and they get old.
Oh, you could go and get a job as a cruise ship comedian.
Poseidon Adventure
that's
jokes.
right.
Yeah.
Ship him off to sign him up
Carnival
with
or
one of the
something.
cruise lines, Tara. He'll be gone for
Yeah,
6
you
months.
can work
He'll
for
just
Carnival.
Yeah, you can play the piano in the background while I'm
I
cracking
can't play the
jokes.
piano.
he can
I can sing the Star Wars song like Bill Murray.
he can send his check home to you, because
Yeah.
it can automatically be deposited.
people
Yeah,
at
then
the
he runs
comedy
off with one
show
of those
around me
rich
were
old
laughing.
cruise ship riders.
Yeah, in my sailor outfit.
Find some old cougar
What did you say, Todd?
that's widowed. Next thing you know, I lose Jim.
What
I
did you
was
say,
just
Todd?
going to say there were a bunch of people sitting close to Gwen and I during the comedy show, and they just laughing and laughing and laughing. And I looked at Gwen, and I was like, "What are they laughing at?"
I think
He's not very
sometimes you
funny.
laugh because you just feel like you have to.
I
Or they're
guess.
wasted.
The last cruise we were on, our cruise director was funny too. He was he said that he got in trouble though his last cruise because this lady came up to him and said, uh, "What? The where do the crew sleep at?" And he no he she said, does the crew stay on board at night?" And he said, "No, we have helicopters fly in and pick them up every night and then bring them back the next morning." And dang it, the next morning he didn't get called to the big dog's office because he said, "Did you tell one of our passengers that the crew is flown off by helicopter every night because they wanted a total refund because the helicopters keep waking them up?"
Oh boy.
And he said, "Yes, I did, and it was a joke." And he said they told him don't make that joke anymore. But it's that's got to be a hard job, trying to be funny all the time, trying to keep everybody amused and happy. Uh,
Sounds like he's trapped on a ship full of rocket scientists.
yeah. Listen, half of them. There was this lovely couple that was, yeah, they were real nice and whatnot, but they liked to drink. Like every
Work
time we
hard.
saw them, she had a different color martini or martini like drink in her hand. And we lovingly refer to them as the woos because, woo!
Oh
What?
boy.
They were always, they're how drunk people are. They go, woo! At everything.
Oh,
Yeah. And then they start like pulling their shirt up and stuff.
Yeah.
And their livers are like, no,
She's
please.
showing your tits, going woo!
Oh no.
Oh, hopefully not this one. These were kind of
Oh.
rotund.
No, Jim seen some old cougars lift their shirt. Jim
I
was on a canoe in Florida. That's when they're on those. You went past those yachts.
Yeah.
I was in Stewart, Florida, and they got a waterway there that comes in. It's brackish, it mixes with it comes, but the ocean, they can bring in boats off the ocean, can come
Right.
in towards in the mainland a little bit.
Right.
It's in Stewart, Florida. Anyway, me and my brother are paddling around this canoe. It was my dad's boss's widow's. We were visiting her after her husband died
Right.
in Stewart, and so me and my brother are in this canoe. We canoe past a huge boat that was probably like 30 feet up in the air. I mean, it's like a yacht. These guys crank up some Van Halen, and these two women get on the deck in bikinis, and they take off their tops and start dancing with each other topless. So me and my brother just stopped the canoe. We're just sitting there staring. And the guys who are cranking the music, they see us. They're like waving at us, laughing. We're like, oh my God.
So
anyway.
how old were you? Was this like last year, or was this when y'all were?
No, I was probably 30. And my brother would have been, let's see, whatever, 12 years younger than me. So he'd be like, 18.
Dang, they spaced y'all two out. I didn't know whether this was, like when you were back in the time when you were running around Disney World in the boat.
It would have been while I'm sure we went to Disney that trip too. I think we were down there for some real estate convention. So we took my brother with. He was because he was in college. So we took my brother with, and me and my dad went to this real estate thing, and then me and my brother went to the Magic Kingdom. I think that's the time they thrown up at Pecos Bills, because it was just me and my brother hitting the park. And he was kind of chubby, so he couldn't keep up with me. But
what is
anyway,
Pecos Bills?
By the end of the day, he was getting sick of Pecos Bills. That's when we learned about the stray cats.
Oh, okay.
It was all the same trip.
Is Pecos Bills something at Disney World?
Yeah, it's like a food
it's a restaurant.
It's like one of the Disney cafes.
It's kind of like a half-ass buffet. You make your own hamburger.
Like cafeteria kind of.
Yeah, they give you a hamburger, and then they got like a hamburger fixing bar. You go build your own burger for you pay $12 for the hamburger, then you got to make it yourself.
Like
Is that like Frontier World? It's like across
Frontierland.
Yeah, because it's across from like the Mark Twain paddle boat, ain't it?
Yeah, you can go through. There's like a walkway.
Country Bears there.
There's like one of those locker areas that you can walk through by the treehouse, Swiss Family Robinson treehouse.
Right.
You can kind of like you can cross over to Pecos Bills restaurant, and then you're by that the Thunder rail thing.
Thunder Down Under.
No, it's at
Thunder. Yeah, I know.
No, the railroad train roller coaster.
I know. Yeah,
and that one they just shut down because of the racist rabbit.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
No, it's not, but it's still there. It's just renamed.
I won't.
It's called something else. It's like the Princess and the Frog or something.
I want Jim to start sitting. I want every night, Tara. Jim has to sit down at the computer for an hour and start writing his memoirs.
Oh Christ! Yeah. There's some stories that should just die with Jim.
Well, that'll make those kind of the best kind.
Some stories almost have.
Yeah. Brandon.
I hope I survived this.
Brandon will be able to buy his Maserati off of the.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Off of that.
Hey, I'm already trying to figure out how I'm going to finance UK law school for Brandon. So.
UK law school.
He's not going down the track his dad did.
Is he wanting to go to law school in the UK?
University of Kentucky.
Oh, University of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's where Mitch McConnell went to law school.
When you said UK,
I don't care where he gets his bachelor's, but I'm looking at UK for University of Kentucky for his law.
I thought you was talking about like Oxford or one of those places.
Come on, you got to start thinking like a Kentucky, and UK would automatically be University of Kentucky.
My email address was Operation KY13, and the reason for that was it was because in 12, Tara and I decided we were going to move to Kentucky. So we're like, we can do this. We're figuring out. We foolishly thought we could do it like in a year or two.
Jim thought he could do it in a year or two. I knew he could.
Okay, well, anyway, but I'd go places. They say, "What is your email?" I go, "Operation KY13," and they like roll their eyes,
like we're some kind of weirdo.
I'm like, "Oh my god!" But I'll tell you, I use it down here, and no one ever bats an eye. When
Yeah.
I say KY, they know exactly what KY is. It's Kentucky.
Every place
But
has,
everywhere else, it's some nasty jelly.
yeah, it's a lubricant.
Yeah.
You got to admit, though, you can slide an elephant on a straight pin with that stuff.
Oh well, I
That's
guess
true.
you have personal experience with that, Tom. I really don't.
But yeah, Jim, you need to start working on that memoir tonight. You will have, like I have a book by Billy Mooney, who was Will Robinson on from the original Lost in Space.
You can
And
do it in chapters like Jim, the childhood years, Jim, the early years.
he just has like memories, thoughts.
All my years are childhood years.
And so he might be talking about when he was making, something going on in the movie, or something. Then the next paragraph will be something that he did when he was a teenager or in his 20s.
Well, that's what I'll say when he dies. I'll be like, "Well, you gotta admit he lived life. He had a lot of stories. He really lived."
Mr. Sadie said I thought they were shipping Brandon across the pond too, Tom. So not just. But then again, he's from Michigan.
No.
Because people will say, because if we say something about USC, they think we're talking about University of Southern California, and we're like, no.
Yeah.
The University of South Carolina, which was founded way before the University of Southern California was.
It's the original USC.
Yeah, that's right. Jim, the animated series. Yeah, you see all these little animated shorts on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could have a heyday with Jim's stories.
Yeah.
Back
to probably have to change Jim's name so people wouldn't think less.
What do they call that animation? Is it hentai or?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Hentai. Jim, or you could.
There's gonna be a lot of sailor dresses.
Start it. We don't want to see you in the Sailor. That's Sailor Moon. Or you could start a show called Back to the Bar, with Jim being the
when I worked at the bar, because it was owned by a family, the guy had 3 kids, and the kids all were working in the bar.
And they're not 21.
But it was this culture of like the after bar culture. It was like something out of like one of these documentaries where they show these people like after hours
like
what goes
Jersey
on.
Jersey Shore or something like you see.
Yeah, way harder than Jersey Shore. I mean, way crazy, illegal stuff. I'm like, jeepers, crimey. I should do a series called Bar Kids and just show how these bar owner kids live the life they live. It was crazy.
I think Back to the Bar would be a good one for. Jim moves from Wisconsin to Kentucky, and he opens up another bar.
I will say, I don't know, maybe there is something like a party culture up there, and maybe it's like that in other states, but like down here, they don't really have it. But like, because I'll talk to like friends that are from down here, and they're like, oh my God, that's so crazy. But I mean, it's like, that's just, you went out to bars, after bars, crazy stuff happens. And I don't know if there's other places in the U.S. where people maybe don't do that as well.
Well, honey, people in their 50s and 60s don't generally get, unless you're a movie star, you don't get invited to that kind of crap anymore.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you would have thought like, well, I went to college. Oh yeah, I remember this time I was, an after bar when I was a young person or whatever.
I can't see us getting a phone call.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
going
tripping
out.
balls. You gotta come to this
I'm not
party
saying going out, but I'm saying like having like similar like stories, like like okay, yeah, one time I was at an after bar.
That's true. Yes, they are based
whatever.
on that. Yeah, I just thought everybody lived like that.
Yeah. So maybe it's kind of a Wisconsin drinking culture thing, or maybe it's a northern Wisconsin thing. There ain't nothing else to do.
It's 7 p.m. on a weeknight, and you haven't had a single beer yet? What the hell is going on? Are you at work?
Well, you got to remember, during the winter times, there's not much to do in Wisconsin.
Oh, you can make a lot of fun to do in Wisconsin middle of winter on a Friday night. You could,
Well,
I
that's what
mean,
they're doing though.
yeah, I mean,
Man,
you'll be out to close at 2:30, and then then you go to the after bar after close. I mean, it's a whole experience.
I was watching a YouTube show, and it's this British guy, um, and he
They
he
don't
talks to
have bars down
celebrities.
here.
He talks to celebrities and whatnot, and I don't I know the guy's face, the actor's face, but I don't remember his name. But he's an older guy, and he was talking about, well, you're single, blah 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 blah. Um, so you go to all the parties, and he's like, man, he said, I'm old, and he was probably in his 50s. He's like, I'm old. By 10 o'clock, I'm getting a warm a hot tea, crawling into bed with a book, turning the TV on. He said, I do not do
Well, there is a
overnight dive.
point. Well, there is a point, and I said that when I was in it. I don't want to be the old person that's at the bar trying to hang out with the young people. There is a point when you're like 40.
well, I
Like
scored to
Jim was
you.
on the edge of it.
It worked for me. I
Yeah,
scored to you.
Jim was on the edge of it though. But I mean, I don't want to be the old person sitting at the bar, like, because then the 20s look at you like, who's that old guy?
Well, you're a predator. You know it. You don't
Hey,
care.
okay, I'm copywriting that for the topic of the name of a movie. Score huge. I'm
Oh,
taking that.
okay.
When the old hawk sits down on the telephone
Excuse me.
wire, waiting to swoop down on the field mouse, the old hawk don't give a crap. He don't care about the
Well,
field mouse.
it's like
What the field mouse thinks.
I really
telephone.
feel offended and sexist because it's cute that an old lady is messing around with boys of legal age. Let's say put it there, and that's she's a cougar, and that's funny. Blah 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 blah. But if an old guy is messing around with a young lady of legal age, uh, he's a pervert.
No, it goes the other way because if the old guy's like rock solid, secure, and has money, nobody thinks twice about it. But if you're some old cougar, they all make fun of you. Like, haha, look at the old cougar hooking up with the 20-some-year-old.
Yeah, and when you're a guy, I mean, when you're a priest, it's like all bills are paid and stuff. And hey, sometimes you just want to go out and have fun.
Joanna, we know that you don't
Jim
drink beer. You
bar
go
and
out there in
call
the
it the
backyard and
cougar
brew
pit.
something up in the still.
Jim wanted to open a bar and call it the cougar pit for older people.
Uh, is that the name of?
And they decided they didn't like
Yeah,
it anymore.
so if anybody wants to have a good business idea, there you go. Have a bar called the cougar pit for older people.
Okay.
Except now I don't want anything to do with the bar.
Cougar pit.
Is that the name of a movie, Anissa?
No, I
Justice
don't think so.
or
Oh.
TV
could
show? Justice for Jiggles.
No, that's Jim's
That's-
other
That's my
his
YouTube handle. You
Oh,
don't know who Mr. Jiggles is?
No.
Where were you? That's old.
That's Nikki's cat or
No,
Nikki's chicken.
That got killed by her dog or something.
Yeah, Cujo.
He
The
killed
dog's name was
chicken.
Cujo. The dog that killed Mr. Jiggles.
Anyway, so Jim made
And
this.
Silencio.
He would go show up in chats, and his thing was he had a picture of a chicken, and I think it was the actual chicken
It's,
he got
yeah,
off
I
her
got it from
Facebook.
Nikki. It's just
And it
Justice
was,
for Mr. Jiggles. I still use that email for stuff. That
Yeah.
account. It's the one I usually use for like watching videos, like when I sign up for a movie thing or whatever, because I don't want all the email. I use the Justice for Mr. Jiggles. But yeah, I get kicked off a lot of stuff because of that. You see that they figure I was
Some kind of
troll.
weirdo. Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Here it
Well,
is.
Mr. Jiggles was a very nice chicken. It was murdered.
By day,
It was in daylight.
These girls work as protecting the rights of individuals. At night, they're working the pole. Justice for Jiggles. There's your show.
No, it was the chicken. The chicken's name was Mr.
Oh, it is a,
Jiggles.
well, maybe it's enough. Maybe somebody actually made a real movie.
Oh.
Okay, before we shut this baby down for the day, hey Maggie, how are you feeling?
Got all excited. You know Mr. Jiggles?
How are you feeling today?
Who was they were fucking?
She had a slight spell too.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Jiggles is Mr. Jiggles.
which has been Roberta's like she's googling global amnesia and talking to her mother about it and all this kind of stuff, trying to figure out the whole story. So, are you doing better, Maggie? You're back to work. Well, you better take it easy. God, these old people, it's
Yep.
just one issue or another. Keep an eye on Jim, Tara.
Keep on Jim.
I said keep an eye. Keep
I
an
told him the other day because they have the obituary report here. He's like, "Oh my God, these people are like 2, 3 years older than me, and they die." I'm like, "Well, you can't die. I can't deal with that right now. I can't have you dying or something like that. So you better stay alive.
Well, we know I'm not going to go senile because
You're already there."
lightning can't strike 3 times in one place. My mom was senile. My mom is senile. My dad was senile. I think he won't strike 3 times.
Oh, great.
I know
Jim.
I'm safe.
Jim, she'll just stick you in the deep freeze until she
No,
has
I
time to
can't deal
deal
with.
with you.
I got a lot of stuff to do yet, and I can't deal with him dying, so he has to stay alive.
Just take
I
a
told
red
him that.
handkerchief, tie it to a stick, and send me down the road.
So he goes to me, he goes, "Listen, me dying," he goes, "I'm not the one that was run over by horses the other day, so you just worry about keeping yourself alive."
She's got a bruise on her gut that looks like that red spot on Jupiter,
Right?
and it's about the size of a lemon. I mean, it's a very bad blood clot injury or whatever. Literally getting trampled by horses.
Did you get run over?
And she's talking about me getting killed.
Did you get run over by a horse this past weekend?
And I got run over by 3 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was real stupid. Some horses got out. I'm going to lead them back down to the thing. I just followed me with a bucket of grain, and one of the horses hit something and spooked and tried to like leap up in the air. I thought it was going to jump on top of me, but it hit one of the other horses. Anyway, it's kind of funny. It hit me like, you ever see like when a linebacker hits a receiver and it's like, boom, that was a good hit, and the guy kind of flies back and he might lay on the ground for like a half a second. That was kind of me. I mean, I thought I was dead, but whatever.
Jim, you got to start going with her and taking the camcorder with you.
It would have been a good one to put on video because I did fly. I mean, 50-year-old women aren't made to go flying through the air.
Well, I mean, other than the bruise, are you okay?
I mean, just had some bruises and I didn't break anything. I mean, I was a little sore.
I mean, you're nowhere near as old as me and Todd and Jim is, but you need to be careful.
Well, 50-year-olds aren't made to go flying through the air. I mean, when I was 20, that I could take that hit a lot easier than I can at 50.
Jeez.
But I didn't cry, and I got right back up.
She's a big girl.
I would just
Yeah.
lay there for a while. Say, I'll be
No,
all right.
I mean, I laid there for like a half a second because my glasses went flying, and I kind of thought like Christmas Story, you know, when he like his glasses fly and you hear the crunch sound. I'm waiting for one of the horses to like step on my glass as they're trampling, and I had this bucket of grain. I'm like, shit! I dumped all the grain. I laid there for half a second. I got up, and there's this lady, and she comes running up. She's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be all right." Anyway, but she was actually concerned about me, so I knew it was a pretty good hit.
Well, that's good because I was wondering. I was just thinking, was nobody watching? Did nobody come over there and see?
Oh yeah, no, she ran up. I was helping her. The horses got out on her. She had about 20 out. We got all of them in except 3. So I'm like, well, I'll just lead them down with grain. It'll be fine. And then that one spooked and did this gazelle leap, but at least it didn't like it landed. It kind of hit the other horse, and then when they all shifted, you know, like boom, then they ran me over.
Well, good, Joanna. I'm glad you are. She says she's uploading some photos to Shutterstock. Uh, well, I'm glad you're okay because
And
broken
it's not
bone.
the size of a lemon. I mean, it's big. Cause I got this big hard lump in the middle of it. It's this real ugly yellow purple bruise.
Well, I mean, if a lemon were
But
flat,
I'm like, oh my
sticking out.
God, I hope it doesn't like turn into an abscess.
It
or
is the
something.
size of a lemon, though. Let's
Do
be
you need
frank
to
on
go
that.
have it
No,
checked?
the bruise is big. What are they gonna do? They're gonna tell me I got a bruise.
Well, it could be something else.
Well,
could
it
be
ain't. I'm eating, so I mean, I don't have a stomach ache. So
Tara, I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you actually died when you got run over by this horse. And this is all like you in the life. This is
This is
your
my
afterlife.
afterlife. Oh,
It's going to be
great.
listing
I'm
on
sitting in front of a desk talking about eBay.
for eternity.
Oh, God. No.
You're in hell. You went
What
to
did I do
hell.
wrong in life?
Um, well, you got to be careful because after you get to be after you pass 14, it takes bones hard. I mean,
No.
it's
Well, I told them, I
to
said I
heal.
can only take like one of those hits at once a month. The month before I fell off a horse, so and I kind of hit the same hip I landed on when I fell off. So I'm like, I can only do about one of those kind of hits once every 30 days. I can't because otherwise it takes me a while to heal up.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna quit encouraging you to get back into horses because I feel like I'm part of the problem now. Because I'm just like, Tara, you need to get back into it. You really enjoy it. Blah 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 blah.
Well, if
I'm
you
scared
ride
not to.
horses, you will get run over or dumped off of them.
I'm
It's
scared
part
now
of
that
it.
something's going to happen to you. Then Jim's going to. I'm going to get a letter from Dewey Cheatham and Hal in representing Jim, where it's your fault, Tom. If you had have kept your mouth shut and
You
shut.
had to encourage my wife to get back into horses. This would never have happened. She'd still be alive.
What's happening?
So anyway, okay. Anybody got anything that we got to wrap this up? I got to go. Anybody got anything important to say in the chat?
Not really. I mean, stay alive, don't die.
That's good. Two of my sons have horses. We're standing side by side, only opposite directions, waiting for one.
Yeah, they'll do that. One will
Yeah.
stand with its head by one's ass and then vice versa, and then they swat flies off each other's faces.
All right. Y'all catch Scott's show tomorrow. Thank you everybody for coming in. Maggie, I'm glad you're doing better. And if anybody else got any ailments that you haven't shared with us, we hope that you recuperate from them well. Tara, please stay off of horses.
No, I'm going back tomorrow. Go back tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll be back there. I've ridden after I got knocked over. I'm just a little sore.
So anyway, thank you, Todd, for coming in. As
Yep.
always, you're a good bloke. I don't care what Anissa says about you. You're a good guy. We'll we'll see y'all
Anissa
Thursday.
loves me.
Yeah,
So
we'll see
does
you.
Lag.
Yeah, lag. We'll see y'all Thursday. Bye.
Bye.